Hi everybody! Yes, you're looking at a blank wall or cabinet door. I am about to unveil my next party theme. Some of you have asked where I get my inspiration. Well, this time it was shopping and I saw this adorable garden flag. It reminded me of Bunco nights with the Katie ladies. So I had to get this flag. It was too cute. I had never seen a Bunco flag. Then I decided to make a theme of it. So let me back up and show you the wreath. Again, it's big and blingy, and it says roll from the Let's Roll on the garden flag. Let me first talk about the materials I used. This right here, was a clock I found on clearance at Hobby Lobby, and I could tell by messing with it it could come apart. These weren't even glued together. It was $4. It's a rather tragic clock, so I thought I'm going to take this apart and do something with it. And then I painted the letters, which I got half off last week, with Krylon Black. Spray painted them. And then instead of glitter, I used glitter glue and colored over the letters just like I was coloring with marker. Set them out overnight because it's really hot, and they dried perfectly. Well, I'll show those in a minute. Ribbon from Hobby Lobby, half off, also in the Christmas aisle. And some of this little little mesh from Hobby Lobby. I should note that I don't love this mesh because the mesh I get at my store in OKC, called Expressions, if you can tell, it has a bit of a finished edge, which is nice. This is kind of frayed. I'm not loving it, but I used it anyway. And if you don't have some and you're like me, I suggest you go buy a big whopping jar of bling from Hobby Lobby. And so there's all different kind of sizes. I use this a lot. So those are the materials. Let's go back to the wreath. Now I should talk about the letters. Spray painted and then just colored it in with the glitter glue. And I like it. It's not as bright as my USA wreath, but it also gives kind of a space look. So this would be a good medium to use if you're going to do anything space, Star Trek, anything like that. And then my bestie, Rachel, she put some letters up in her daughter's room and added bling, and I loved it. So thank you, Rachel, for the inspiration. I added the bling here on all the letters. I think it just makes it pop a little bit. Of course, I used the pink deco mesh, and in places I wadded up like 2 or 3 folds over of the silver and stuck it in there and just tied it with the anchors. And you can't really tell, but I added a little bit of boa. I cut up boa and doubled it over and wired it in there. So over here, very messy but pretty. Here are the die that I took apart from the tragic clock. Hot glued them in. I added some bling on the tops of the bows, and these are little sprays from the Christmas aisle at Hobby Lobby. I couldn't wait on those. I loved them. So that's pretty much it. This was kind of a hard wreath for me because if you'll watch some of the decorating shows and the clients come in before the room is done, they panic because it's all about layering. Well, that's the way it was even with me on this wreath. I panicked midway through because I didn't think it would look right. But just keep going with the layers and it usually works out in the end. So this is my Bunco wreath. I will work on the tablescape this weekend. Probably be up on Sunday. Thanks a lot.